about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to figure out how to get my poetry podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my poetry and this show into all the apps that people like to listen to? And last of all, of course, how do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is quite simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and just ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. Anchor has been a great way to try to get my poetry off the ground. It's another place where I can record all of my poems and reach a wide audience. So not only am I putting it on other places like YouTube or SoundCloud, but now I can put it on Anchor, where it is distributed to all kinds of other platforms such as Apple iTunes, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Google. There's just so many places. It can be up to 9 or 10 platforms at least. So, if you've always wanted to start a podcast and you want to make money doing it, go check out anchor.fm/start. Anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters that are already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. So, how about you come listen to mine, leave me a comment, and then I'll come listen to yours. We can help each other out. Do you ever lay in bed at night with lots of cryptic thoughts, or maybe just things that you wonder about? Do you ever wonder about time? How much time we have? How much time you have in this life? So many of us take advantage of time. But maybe we should live as if time doesn't exist. Because if we did, would people move at a slower pace instead of so fast? It makes me wonder. But sometimes at night, there's so many things on my mind. It's hard to wonder. It's hard to fathom a world without time. So perhaps on this poem, Time Trip After Midnight, you can take a little bit of a time trip with me as we listen to the bells toll on the grandfather clock. As always, thank you for listening. After the midnight bell has tolled and the harvest moon danced behind dark clouds, I've become lost and entangled with cryptic thoughts. Down the rabbit hole I spiraled with just enough light to spark a faint star. Mysterious thoughts evoke a ghastly passion that I cannot chase away. The questions that come to mind imprison my imagination, taking me on a mystic trip beyond our farthest universe. For the whispers of the night tell me how time has no concept in a life hereafter. But here, as I lay awake on this psychotic mind trip, the chimes of an antique grandfather clock echo throughout the halls, remind me of the sleep that has not gifted me grandly. Time is all that lies heavy on thy heart, and it seems there's never enough. But the wise whispers remind me of the deep rest that shall overcome me one day. For now, time shall not haunt me, and I should live as if there's no meaning nor concept. And yet I lay awake, listening to the chimes, their bells reminding me that time should not persuade my soul. For while this life is short, the journey seems long as I try to escape from a tainted rabbit hole, searching for that faint light that lit up my star on this trip that traveled beyond our farthest universe. Thank you for listening to Poetry by Ariana R Cherry, which is me. I appreciate you listening in every time I upload a new recording, and I appreciate you following me. You can read more of my poetry and check out my books at my website at arianarcherry.wordpress.com. I'm also on Amazon. You can search for me under authors, Ariana R Cherry, Ariana R Cherry. I'm also on Instagram under Ariana Cherry 99, and I'm also on Facebook, Ariana R Cherry, spoken word poet and artist. So feel free to follow my blog, check me out on Facebook, Instagram. You can also find my work on Reverb Nation. Thank you for listening in, and I hope you continue to listen. I appreciate your support. Have a great day.